Alrighty, we are live. This order is due now, so I'm not going to do very much talking through this. I'll do a little bit afterwards, but I want to be able to get this done. I'm going to press a 25, almost 26 inch print on my 16 by 20, no hardboard, kind of the same way I do my all over shirts. The only difference is it's not all over, it's in the middle of what's going to be a skirt. So we're going to go ahead and hit that first press. So just to kind of walk you through, I just did a video on splitting this up and how you can split designs up in Silhouette Studio. So I did that a little while ago on both platforms, SILAHOLICS Anonymous and Honestly Speaking. And now I am pressing this, all right? It was printed on my Epson 7720. It's 13-inch rolls. The rolls are tacky, so it's going to stick to the garment where it was pressed, and that's going to make it to where I can freely move this without fear of it ghosting, hopefully too much. Hopefully it doesn't ghost at all, because that part is in place. All right. Because that part stays attached to the garment or the fabric. All right, so it's not cleared. Let's bring this over a little bit more. All right, push that in. It's overlapped. We're going to go ahead and hit that again. 365, 30 seconds. All right, while that one is going, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Shakia, the professor of Honestly Speaking and the Facebook group. Well, not Facebook group, but the whole entire platform, all over social media. SILAHOLICS Anonymous, that is a platform where I teach people to design and how to use Silhouette Studio. But Honestly Speaking is our brand. It's our brand of sublimation paper, sublimation ink, the tacky sublimation paper rolls. We have it in sheets as well as, okay, I'm making sure y'all didn't see my little piece of it because I am not camera ready. So we sell it in the rolls as well as sheets. As you can see, 365 degrees, 30 seconds. Now, this is the part that kind of sucks because this thing is so huge. Trying to rotate it becomes like, that's the part where you have to be very careful. That it doesn't because the bottom part is not down yet. So that technically can slip and move on you. So you got to be very, very careful when rotating it. And I'll show you what's underneath here, which is aiding in me not needing a hard board or anything like that. Okay, so with this one, I am going to just, I'm going to have to press in the middle again because I'm going to have a section that is not pressed. So I'm going to have to press. I thought it was going to be 4 presses, but it's going to end up being 6 presses still because it is so big. So it's not overlapped right here. So I'm going to have to turn it and press this section also. So that everything is kind of like down. And see, now that might make a gap. I probably should have done the middle part first. Dang it, because I think now that could potentially create a gap in it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this and do this middle part before I do the other side, because that could cause an issue. And this is a one-time deal because this fabric, again, was just given to me by the client. Ooh. All right. I'm going to push that in. Ooh, I hope that doesn't bunch. Dang it, I should have done that part first, because that just might bunch in that area. Ooh, because it's coming up, because it's moving so much. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Hopefully it doesn't bunch too much. I told her that, you know, this method is never really perfect because I have such a small press. And then if I didn't have my printer here in like this cabinet, it'll be a little bit easier to move things around, but this is my setup. So I'm gonna let that one sit for a little bit longer, only because I want to make sure, because it was the gap there, and I should have just went like this. I should have just did it that way. All right. So for the other side, I'm going to go with my first mind and do it how I should have done it, which is to do it in the sections the long way. Just rotate this, trying to keep it as flat as possible and not shifting too much. That's why I have this big piece of brown paper underneath to kind of help stabilize it. All right. Ooh, I think that shifted on me. We're going to see in just a moment if that did indeed shift. All right. So we're going to press this section. And then I'm going to press the other section, like the one down here. So I should have just done that one to begin with. All right. Now I'm going to shift it down and do the last one. Let me pull this out. And this is where I wish I had a little bit more room. Ooh, that's hot. All righty. Last section. Oops. All right, I got to try and get this to bend up without messing up because it's now so long. So I got to be able to push the heat press back. All right. Sorry if that's blocking it for you guys, but I have to be able to do that in order to make sure that this is underneath the heat press. Press really good. Got us a line down. You can always still see that line down the middle where the papers kind of overlap. Really no way to avoid that, but you just want to, be able to minimize it. We'll let that go for just a little bit longer. Ooh, and then right here, it wasn't all the way under the press. So let's push this back Oh, no, you know what? Let's just, oh gosh. These things are not fun to do. I don't know why people like doing all over shirts with a small heat press and a small printer. It's not fun at all. All right, we're going to press that section one more time. And I think something's on my heat press. I thought I got it off last time, but I guess I didn't because I saw it a little bit there. So we're just going to press that. All right, I'm so nervous about this middle part. Oh, it did pretty good. Actually, yeah, it did pretty good. I mean, you can tell a little bit. And like I said, I should have done that one first. But actually, it's really, really good. Not as bad as I thought it would be in that area. I thought I was going to end up getting like a major gap. Oh, yeah, that actually came out really great. Wow. Wow, that came out awesome. So this is what was underneath to help me kind of stabilize it while you're moving. So it just adds another layer to kind of stiffen it up since I don't use a hardboard. And I can reuse this. Since this was not an all-over print, I'm able to reuse it. And see, this is the tacky paper, and it turns brown, and that is that adhesive that's on there that tacks it to the fabric. That's the brown stuff that you're seeing. So now let me show you the print. Yeah, that came out great. All right. So there's that. Ooh, it turned a little blue. I don't know where that's come on. Why is it turning blue? I've had that before. And you can kind of somewhat see that line. That's the only thing I don't like with doing these is seeing that line where they overlap. But other than that, this came out amazing. Amazing. All right, so there's a little line here. Everywhere else, there's not really a major line. I'm going to knock out this little piece of line at the bottom. From the paper. Whenever you're pressing to fabrics, especially thicker fabrics, you will definitely get a deeper line of demarcation where the paper sits on the fabric. A lot of people like to get, like, they're like, oh, I want a nice thick sublimation shirt. Thick sublimation shirts are actually not as great as you would think that they should be, because the thicker it is, it gives the edges of the paper more to dig into. Now, like, so imagine if like something like this, you know, this is, well, it's like, it's not, it's, it represents being thin, or once it's on the platen, it's like nice and flat. So you do this, it's not going to really dig in, but you then have something that's really, really soft. Where's my phone? Oh, I don't see my phone. But if you have something soft, the softer it is, the more it's going to dig in. So thick things like thick fabrics really aren't great if you're not doing it all over. Now, if you are doing an all over print, especially with a real big heat press, then the thicker shirts are great for that. But with these regular ones and having the lines of your heat press and the paper, it doesn't work out too well. All right, so this is done. So it's a total of what? 6 presses should have done it where it was a long way each time. I should have just done 8 presses. But other than that, it came out great. 365 degrees, 30 seconds each section. All right. Alrighty, y'all. All right, so let me find my phone because I don't know where it's at to call my client to let her know that she can pick it up. I don't know. It's a Haitian writer. I think when I looked it up, it's a Haitian writer, but he has a saxophone, so I'm guessing he's a music writer. I don't know. Someone's getting an award or something, and she wanted this on the back of her skirt. So, but it's I don't know how to say this. Nemours, Nemours, Jean Baptiste. So. Alrighty, y'all. I am out of here. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys just to see how that is all pressed. If you have any questions, leave them as a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, share it out. It's just a big piece of fabric. So she just brought the fabric. It's just one big piece of fabric. And it's supposed to be the bottom of like a dress. It's like the skirt part of a dress. And she's going to sew it together. All right. So again, subscribe, hit the bell, notifications to all. I still think when people have it I know a lot of people have their set to all, and not very many people are on the live. So I don't think that always works with YouTube, but set them to all just so that you catch as many as possible. Share and visit Honestly Speaking website, www.hsink365.com. That is ink with like printer ink, so INK. So hsink365.com for our Honestly Speaking sublimation paper, the sheets, rolls, and our sublimation ink. All right, guys, until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be ink. I want to put that there for thumbnail purposes. Be incredible. Peace.